My yard is already quite well lit in the evening by these LED light poles. However, there is one area, on the left side as you enter, that remains noticeably darker. Because of this, I decided to build a custom light pole with a lantern-style LED light. This is the metal pole I built using simple decorative elements which will support the lantern with the LED bulb. The pole itself is just a standard metal pipe, combined with forged iron elements purchased from a local DIY store. It will be mounted on a small concrete foundation. The costs were minimal, and at the end of the video, I'll break them all down. At the base of the metal pipe, I welded a steel mounting plate with holes. This will allow me to secure the pole to the concrete foundation using bolts. I also added 2 side braces for extra strength and stability. The lantern I'll be installing on the pole needs a small modification. For this, I'll replace the original power cable with a much longer one, which will run through the inside of the pole. Next, I need to feed the new electrical cable through the metal pipe. To do this, I'll use a special plastic guide wire designed for pulling cables through pipes. For a clean and aesthetic look, I'll try to hide the cable from the lantern to the entry point of the pipe. I'll route it along the forged iron details and secure it using small plastic zip ties. Before mounting the pole onto the concrete foundation, I want to test it first. Let's see how it looks when it's turned on. It looks really good. The light is bright, and the decorative elements give it an elegant, finished appearance. This is the concrete foundation where the custom-built pole will be installed. I've already routed the power cables through the inside, and the electrical connections will be made in this junction box. The pole will be secured using bolts and nuts, which allows for fine adjustments to ensure it is perfectly vertical. I've brought the pole into position, and I'll apply a layer of anti-corrosion paint to the underside of the metal mounting plate. I'll also apply a coat of paint to the metal plate already fixed to the concrete foundation. This plate wasn't strictly necessary, but I chose to install it for added strength and durability. Now, I'll secure the pole in its final position, making sure the power cable is fed through the conduit, inside the concrete, and into the junction box. The final step is to tighten the recessed rounded head nuts for a clean and polished look. I really like how the pole looks now that it's firmly in place. Next, I'll make the electrical connections inside the junction box, linking the main power supply to the pole's cable. The lantern is working and the bulb turns on. We'll see the final result once it gets dark. It looks absolutely fantastic. The light now perfectly illuminates an area that used to be quite dark, while the vintage design of the pole adds a real sense of elegance and refinement to the space. That said, to better blend in with the rest of the lighting in the yard, I'll most likely replace the lantern bulb with a softer, warmer light, creating a more balanced and cohesive atmosphere. As for the costs, here's how everything breaks down. The metal pipe I used is approximately 2.3 meters long. Even though I already had it in my yard, I estimated its value at around $1 to $2. Next, I welded a decorative element between the pipe and the top section. I used a single piece with a cost of about $2. Forged iron elements in the shape of the letter C, 8 pieces in total, with an overall cost of around $3 to $4. Curved forged iron elements, which I welded to serve as the lantern support. I used 5 pieces with a total value of approximately $6. Then, the top finial of the pole, a single piece costing $1.44. For the lighting itself, I purchased a lantern that cost $11. I also estimated additional materials and small components at no more than $10. So, the total cost of the custom-built light pole comes to around $35. An absolute bargain. Thanks for watching. Let me know in the comments how much you'd be willing to pay for a light pole like this to brighten up your own yard. And don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more projects like this.